What's up, everybody? How are we doing today? Happy July. It's July 1st. I just received word that the alien ship is a little delayed, but they should be arriving shortly. So, or whatever else July may hold for us. I definitely feel as if June went super fast. Am I the only one that feels that way? It feels like June just flew by. Anyway, here we are, July. Happy July. Let's see what the cards have for us today. What do we have? Some kind of knowledge, wisdom, and guidance for the collective for July. Freaking July. What do we got? So last July, I stopped smoking weed and I started meditating really, really hardcore. Like a lot, like an hour in the morning and a really long time in the evening. And I had this idea that maybe I should do that intense meditation practice again this July. And when I was thinking about it yesterday, I saw this article about the Lions Gate portal that opens on August 8th, 8/8/2020. Very intense time. And in this little article that I was reading, it said that we should all be preparing, that we should be meditating a lot in July. So apparently I should be listening to that little voice inside. I hope you're all listening to the little voice inside. And, maybe add a little extra time into your meditation practice this July. Connect to your spirit guides, connect to everything. And just allow yourself to be open. Allow your heart to be open to see what happens. Let's see what the Sacred Rebels have for us. And as we do that, maybe we'll be in a different place for the Lions Gate portal opening on 8/8/2020. We shall see. Good morning. Thank you, Christine. Thank you. It's my rooster. I love this shirt. Found this in a random secondhand shop somewhere. Don't remember where, but I just had to get it. All right. So the Sacred Rebels have for us, trust yourself. Trust yourself. And how interesting. So many animals and so many birds in there. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Can you trust yourself? Let's see what the book has to say about that. Look at all of the amazing creatures in there. Trust yourself. Trust yourself, trust yourself, trust yourself. Number 31. Trust yourself. You're wise. You know how to grow, even with knowing how you know. Like the ancient forest, spectacular galaxies, and the acorn that becomes the oak, there is a natural intelligence for growth that is beyond logic and reason. It just happens. At the deepest levels, we are governed by this force that is so palpable, it literally shapes the world. At the same time, it is so invisible that sometimes we forget its presence and worry that our minds have to work everything out for life to happen and for us to be all right. We can become unnecessarily anxious about our affairs and how life will unfold. This oracle brings the message that you are growing. You really are. Don't doubt it. Even if you don't see it yet, remember that so much is happening when the seed is still unbroken in the ground. Below the earth, it is summoning up all the might, power, and force it needs to push above the topsoil and burst up into the light. It is essential for anything good to happen later on. Yet, we don't see any of that. We just have to trust that things will happen when the time is right. You are being asked to trust yourself. Can you trust yourself? There's a lot of talk floating around in these spiritual worlds of shadow work. and looking at our shadow, looking at the things that we don't enjoy, looking at our faults is an easy way to look at it. And we have to look at those things, but we also have to trust ourselves. We can't let shit that happened in our past hold us back from actually trusting yourself. We have to do that practice of actually trusting yourself. And maybe you'll make a mistake. Maybe something will, you'll fail. It's okay. But if you didn't trust yourself, you never tried and you never failed. And if you don't fail, you don't learn. Ultimately, we have to fail. If we're not failing, we're not trying. But you have to trust yourself. You say, yeah, I can do this. Or I can at least try. And I can keep on trying and keep on trying and keep on trying until I get it. So trust yourself. What's the little voice inside asking you to do? What's it saying? Hey, get your head out your ass and trust yourself. Let's see what the angels and ancestors have for us today. Also, new cards are on the way for tomorrow. Well, they're coming today. I'm very excited. Oh, we have the Druid. Hold the space. Hold the space. So can you trust yourself and hold the space, knowing that by trusting yourself and holding the space, you're going to let that little seed actually grow in to that beautiful life, whatever seed it is that you planted. But you have to trust yourself and you have to hold space. Shit doesn't just happen. Yeah, we create this life, but there is like a little buffer zone, so we don't think of an elephant and an elephant comes running in the room. So you have to hold that space. Be patient. Have some faith. Trust yourself. Interesting reading today. Trust yourself. Hold the space. Let's see what our keepers of the light have for us for holding the space and trusting ourselves. When I say trust yourself, how does that make you feel? Does it freak you out? Does it scare you? I think it's one of those things that we're really not taught. We're not taught to trust ourselves. We're taught to blindly follow along. We're taught to do what the teacher or the preacher or whoever's at the front of the room tells us to do. And we're never told to trust ourselves. We're just follow along. You best start repenting because you're a sinner. And if you don't do what our good book says, you're going to rot in hell. No, you're not. Shh, don't tell anybody. But if you trust yourself, you hold space, you can actually start creating the life that you want, having all the goodness, allowing all the goodness to come to you. You really can. And with a little bit of hope, love and acceptance, love is yours, recognize your divine worth, and choose loving thoughts. So we have a little hope. Recognize your worth. This came up yesterday. It's been coming up a lot. So we're trusting ourselves. We're holding space. And then we have to have the hope. And this is the best part. Recognize your divine worth. Recognize your divine worth. There's so much worth stuff coming up for people. Just feeling that they are unworthy. But you are. You're worthy of all the goodies that the universe has for you. The angels are gathering around you in celebration that you are finally willing to see how loving and lovable you are. Hope is here with her legion of love angels, guiding you to see that you deserve loving relationships, loving experiences, and loving acceptance from the world around you. It seems that you are really moving beyond limitations that you once had in this apartment. But know that whenever you do question your worth, you can call on hope to shine her light upon you. Your angels want you to know they love and cherish you, and they are grateful that you are giving yourself the same support. So how many times, these all go together so well. Trust yourself. Listen to the little voice inside. And then when you actually start listening to the little voice, we start questioning the little voice. Well, I don't deserve that. I shouldn't do that because I fucked up so many times in my past. So many people let their mess-ups from the past hold them back from what they're actually doing in the present. Nobody gives a fuck what you did in your past. Trust me, nobody. And the people that you care about who you think might come out of the woodwork and say, Joe did this 30 years ago, they're not going to. And they don't care. Just like I don't care. Nobody should care. The past is the past. The future is the future. And all we have is the present. So trust yourself. Stop worrying about what other people think. Stop devaluing yourself because you're worried, and accept your worth. Accept your love and acceptance. Hold space for yourself and let all of the shit go that you don't need to hold on to. Forget about the past. Learn from the mistakes. Say thank you for the lessons, and I release you. You gotta let it go. But there's so many of us that just hold on to our past and are like, someone's gonna pop up out of the blue and say, I did this or I did that. They're not. They're not even thinking about you. Let your ego go and stop thinking that other people are so concerned or worried about what you're doing. They're not. And most of the time, the people that say shit about what you are doing, it's because they're jealous of what you're doing and they want to do it. But they don't have enough courage. They don't trust themselves. But trust yourself. Hold space for yourself. Accept your worth. Love and acceptance. And do what you are put on this planet to do. Goddess of the moon, and connect with your intuition. Connect to all of that. Trust yourself. Your intuition knows exactly what's up. If you have faith, if you have hope, intuition going within. This card shows the eternal spirit holding the bright reflective moon and standing in front of the crystal clear water of a sparkling waterfall. Her arms are stretched up, receiving the light of the moon, the light of inspiration. This card is all about intuition and the ability to receive insights from your soul's point of view. Receiving this card upright tells you that you have the power to get intuitive information on all types of issues, and now is the time to use it. Now's the time to use it. Now is the time to tap into your intuition. Freaking A, trust yourself. I don't know how much more on point this card pull could be. The Goddess of the Moon brings you all sorts of information from the mundane to the spectacular. For instance, you can get the urge to take a different route home from work and find out later that you've avoided a 3-hour traffic jam. Or you might have an idea for a great invention, a stock investment, or a spellbinding novel. This card could also indicate a significant blossoming of psychic ability and mediumship, even on a professional level. You're always blessed with the ability to connect, but this card is telling you that now is the perfect time to open up. Get ready for the amazing inspiration that this brings. Our affirmation for all of this, in trusting ourselves, connecting to our intuition, holding space, and having that loving acceptance is, I have a strong intuitive voice. I freely receive guidance, and I understand and trust the messages I receive. And we bring it all right back. Beautiful circle today from trusting yourself, trust your intuition, do what you feel you need to do. Hold space for yourself. Have that love and acceptance. Own your worth. And then we wrap it all back up to the intuition. Listen to the little voice inside. That little voice inside is never going to steer you in the wrong direction. It's not. But you have to listen. You have to sit down on your meditation cushion and practice. Quiet your mind. Quiet your monkey mind. Let go of what all of the naysayers and people around you may be saying. Trust yourself. Hold the space for yourself. Love and accept yourself. Have that hope. Own your worth. And listen to the little voice inside. That's it. We're being very intuitive today, my friends. Listen to the little voice. Notice the little signs and signals and synchronicities that pop up today and throughout the rest of the week. The universe is sending you some signs, some signals. Happy July. Get ready for the aliens to show up. I'm pretty sure they're on their way. They're stuck in traffic, but they should be here soon. And just hold tight. Trust yourself. Hold that space. That's all we got. I also want to take a moment and send all kinds of love and positive energy to my friends in the Philadelphia area that were supposed to open up their yoga studios and fitness centers, but unfortunately we got the kibosh and have been pushed back to August. So I just want to take a little moment and send everyone in that fitness and yoga world some love, and know that this is all happening for a reason. We're learning something. Keep doing your shit online and stay strong. Trust yourself. Listen to the little voice inside. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow morning.